All right,
I've talked about this hero in some other drafts in this tournament, and people have just been very reluctant to pick it, but the matchup here is so good in lane.
Yeah, have we actually seen...
Firefly, oh, key. I was going to say, you might want to Arctic Burn sometime soon because the spear's coming your way. He's going to be locked down now by the Oracle, and that's going to be your first blood, most likely. Just turns around, tries to get damage out, gets the percentage-based burn on both Taiga and Bo3, but as well, we're at Link. So they are going to get the lanes that they wanted. They want the Mars against the Razor to spear away whenever there's the static Link play and give DK a better matchup.
That was so much regen from the Nature's Prophet as mid lane. He's just dead.
He's dead.
Okay.
They said they couldn't kill Morphling. What happened? Sania can go for one more Purifying Flames, but Siler's certainly not low enough, and Koifa.
Oh, they missed.
Taiga's actually going to take a lot of damage. They do have the Fairy Fire pop. The Fisher's going to come out. Taiga does manage to get away once again into that right-hand side. Siler's low. Koifa does have a Breathe Fire, and with the Purifying Flames, that is enough damage. Now, Insania's still going to die to that Splinter Blast, but the Cursed Crown is out. He does get a very early level of Cold Embrace.
Just to be able to survive.
Combo with the level 2 Purifying Flames and the pick up here on Koifa with his dragon form being beautifully blocked by these treants, man. That was just a sick surround by In July.
That was so well done. No other way you get that kill, but they might even get a reprisal here on the Razor.
Yeah, they show all those heroes, so immediately Alliance try and make the jump onto the Razor.
And that is...
Yeah, you might be able to just blink Spear before he can morph into Strength. They will manage to get the stun onto Tianming here, but the damage is already being stolen away from Koifa. The arena's going to go out. That'll help protect against the Razor as well as help them go for the kill onto Tianming. They will be able to get it, but ASD's here. He'll be able to turn around onto Bo3, and Koifa's now going to get dove. Is anybody from Alliance going to try?
I think they can technically play a little bit quicker. They're not nearly as cooldown reliant at all. Like, that is the one benefit. And if they just do these, like,
Siler got caught by the arena in mid. They're going to be able to get the successful spear. Siler actually bumping into the wall, pushing himself into Bo3.
DK needs to be smoked for this play to work. Otherwise, it's going to fail.
Invis rune from Tianming, but they had the sentry set up. They knew where he was coming through. Great pickoff, great setup, but at the same time, Insania is going to be found by Injuly and ASD. He's already thrown so much damage. Insania knows he's dead. He's just going to try and get as much lockdown on ASD. Terrorized not actually being committed because the cores want to be able to go for the other heroes in Firefly as well as Siler. They don't want to fight into this Morphling until they've done with all of his support. So that's why Taiga's just trying to catch as many heroes as possible. A good spear catches In July, finishing him off. Koifa immediately blinking forward to try and find the Morphling, but failing that, they'll get the tier 1 tap to get the blink before the spear comes through. Now Winter's Curse just to be able to hold Bo3 because they know once the arena is committed like this, there's nothing they can do. And really sick play by ASD. Waveforming through the Mars, turning into him and spearing him back into the tree. Good Morphling players, man. Such a terror to watch. In July is going to look for that extra kill after his team has won the team fight basically for him. He can always look for an extra pickoff.
I feel like
Insania did not have a way to be able to eat through the Sprout, so he's going to die here.
I feel like I've seen Insania die there like 4 times in a row now too. That exact.
Very quickly dealing with Roshan. Firefly does not have Winter's Curse. So he can't just fly into the bin. Stop this, they're just gonna blind. Okay, that's an instant stun for the Dragon Knight. They're still gonna be able to finish off mid-game though. The Roshan so low. They have to do something about this, but now the Winter's Curse comes in. There is gonna be an Earthshaker 10, but the spear on through. On the box, he's locked into it. They're gonna be able to grab the Aegis. Koifa grabs it just in time. The Mars does some more damage to ASD. He's actually quite low with the Spirit Vessel. A little bit more damage out from Insania. It's not quite enough, but Taiga's there to be able to finish him off. Now the second life of Koifa. No dragon form for another 2 seconds, but a big hit from Bo3. Almost enough to finish off Siler, and the spear is enough. Firefly stands there in the cliff area, trying to deal the damage to Koifa. Koifa stunning up In July. Can't take too many more shots. One more, and they don't get it. The Spirit Vessel might get him. Tianming commits, but the save from Insania is not enough. Tianming gets the kill. Ultra kill for Bo3. Oh, In July. Okay, good Sprout. That could have been disaster there. As I could see, with Taiga's farm, he could actually kill In July. Now, if Taiga's not careful, he thinks he's going to be able to catch this one. The arena actually locking down ASD. The Terrorize, a big swing. And look at this. ASD's actually falling because of the Spirit Vessel. Come back. Siler does have a BKB, though. That's why he's willing to fight this. And Insania trying to bail out Mickey. Now Koifa as well as Bo3 are almost here. Now that the BKB's been blown by Siler, if they could just catch some heroes, they can definitely take this fight. They're going to be able to get the spear onto the Winter Wyvern. They want to stop the Cold Embrace as well as that Winter's Curse, and they do so successfully, meaning now Tianming is free to take. Bo3, godlike double kill.
He is So bad right now.
+1, no BKB available. And Taiga with the Spirit Vessel and all that damage, a spear to help finish him off, and Koifa claims the kill.
Look at that gap close right now on the
team. DK, they still have the 9-second BKB on DK, and Bo3 at this rate is going to have his BKB pretty quick, and Bo3 found him in July. He was giving him a pretty free game already. He's going to throw out the Arena Blood to make sure he has enough damage. Everyone tip Bo3 as they should. Is in a winning game.
Middle tower is under attack.
Force Staff, Spirit Vessel, Blink Dagger up next for Taiga, who's got the GPM talent, and they found Chain Stunning onto Sylar. This is the DK setting up for the Dark Willow, so those disables that aren't instant as many times as possible, because I think they can kind of chill. I don't think there's any rush to ending this game.
Yeah, I think I just really overrated the Razor.
Echo Slam, big initiation from Tian Ming, but it's not quite enough. DK survives, and Bo3. Woo!
Dude,
boy.
ASD blew up.
They thought they BKB, that's all they wanted out of him. Winter Wyvern, careful with the Curse Crown. Doesn't when he die to a distance, they're going to terrorize him to make sure, again, he can't get off the Winter's Curse, and it's such a disaster. A big swing out from the God's Rebuke. A spear, not quite enough to finish off Sylar. But Bo3, he can play underneath the tier 4s. The rest of his team can finish up this lane of Brags. Morphling had a buyback, but if he knows, if he uses that net worth now to buy back, his game is just so stalled out, they may not have a chance to come back. A lose-lose situation for Sirius as they're going to lose a second tier 3 here, potentially another melee Rax as Mickey's taking him down so quickly, especially with the Desolator of Bo3. Nice aggressive Force Staff out from Taiga, trying to get Sylar out of position. Not enough to do anything though, but still able to get 2 lanes of barracks as Morphling finally comes back alive.
And what is he coming back alive to at this point?
They call it. That's it. GG.
Yeah.
Sylar's done.
They know it's over. Sylar's like, I have no game to play.
Wow. Just a very dominant game there from Alliance. Game 3.
Their team fight just was way too good. And
Yeah.
I personally thought that the laning phase was going to go a lot worse for them. But part of what made it so easy for them was that move by In July, and also the fact that they decided to try lane against the Razor.
Yep.
It did hurt the DK, but overall they just spammed him out.
And it's twice now that Alliance have, I would say, given themselves a significant advantage by solving a laning phase,
Yes.
right? Game 2, they had the matchup of the Omni-Knight versus the Broodmother that gave them a viable laning phase. And then this Game 3, as you said, Razor didn't have much of game. In July killed his own game in many ways, and the aggro tri lane against the Razor did a lot that he couldn't dominate like he usually does.
Yeah. The downside of, I mean, in hindsight, obviously, CZ